Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entheon's channel. Hope everybody is staying nice and warm, spending some good quality time with their family this holiday season. Tim, how are you holding up over there?
I'm doing okay. It's a rare sunny day here, and it is certainly beautiful. So can't complain. No one let me.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's actually way too warm here in Ohio this time of year. Global warming sneaking up on us. But I digress. Tim, tell me about Entheon's year. Tell us about 2021. Was a long year, still coming out of COVID. Tell us how everything wrapped up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It has been a whirlwind year for us. We were very busy, obviously, our core focus being clinical development of DMT as a addiction cure. But, to supplement that, Entheon really does acknowledge that every individual is unique. I think that's not a very difficult argument to make. And so for us, understanding that our duty of care is to anyone who's brave enough to endeavor to get better, whether it's through psychedelics or other means, you know, Entheon really was focused on ensuring that people that are taking that brave step have all the tools at their convenience or at their ready to make super informed choices. And so some of the really major stuff that Entheon conducted was the acquisition of two genetics focused companies, Lobo Genetics as well as Halogen Life Sciences. And that was a lot of work to get done, but we're so happy that we did, because by virtue of acquisition of that, we actually have the first of its kind genetic test kit, direct to consumer genetic test kit for those that are considering psychedelic drug use. And so we're super excited and super happy to have engaged in that. And we're currently in the process of updating that genetic test kit to be more focused on expanded metabolic biomarkers. So expect some updates about that real soon. But yeah, that was just one feature of what we're doing, sort of in support of our broader biomarkers program. We've engaged in some very fascinating work with regard to EEG as a measurement of the actual psychedelic states associated with ketamine and DMT. That's super interesting work, because so much of what is done or what takes place under the effects of a psychedelic, it's such a nebulous and difficult thing to characterize. And so, yeah, Entheon is super interested in providing some visibility into what that actually is, what of it is expected or unexpected, so that a physician can really see that, rather than just trying to interpret someone's face agape and a noise that they're emitting, having an objective viewpoint as to, hey, where is this person in terms of their psychedelic experience? Are they in that therapeutically useful range? Do I need to intervene? Like anything that could give a sense of greater visibility, so that a physician and a patient could have a greater understanding of the safety, or whether they're adhering to an expected sort of psychedelic drug experience timeline. We're very interested in developing that. And so we've initiated a observational study with our amazing partners in Austin, Texas, Heading Health, where we're also deploying genetic test kits to see if there are any metabolic markers associated with a differential response in terms of the ketamine response. So very exciting things. And of course, last but not least, the true core of our business being the DMT clinical trial. Yeah, we're very close to the initiation of that study. We'll be submitting all of our documentation to our wonderful partners at the Center for Human Drug Research. So we anticipate some very interesting news about that in the early part of the new year. So absolutely, it's been a very, very exciting year, a lot going on. But yeah, I think the psychedelic industry is just in its infancy. And so we're planting, in our estimation, very valuable seeds and giving them the love and attention that they deserve, so that, when the psychedelic market does come to a point of evolution where we're treating patients en masse, we've, hopefully invested in the infrastructure pieces and the standard of care pieces, so that the things that Entheon develops have a broad utility to the entirety of the psychedelic psychiatry market. So we're, tilling the fields, planting our seeds, and watering the crop.
Yeah, Tim, I would say that you guys started off the year with a vision and a strong idea. And we have seen through the course of the year, you guys implement, there's been milestones you guys have hit, and you've really hammered home what it is you're trying to do, and you've expanded your breadth a little bit. So we're seeing things really flesh out, so to speak, at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's sometimes it's a long road to get to certain places, but I'm just consistently amazed by my team in terms of what we've been able to achieve in such a small amount of time. I know that with COVID, our whole conception of time has lengthened, shortened, and sort of
Yeah.
been cubed and folded in on itself. But given the amount of time that we've had since going public in November of the last year, I'm super proud of my team. I think, we've accomplished so much, and we've planted those very useful seeds. And yeah, 2022 is looking to be a very exciting year. Outside of these development initiatives that we've already talked about, Entheon has some very interesting things that will yield potentially some very high value IP that improves upon some of the sort of known drug characteristics of certain molecules that already exist within the space. We're investigating how to improve upon things that nature has perfected. There are certain therapeutic characteristics about some of the new molecules that we're pursuing that are very encouraging to us, in that they can answer some utility questions that might exist even with something like DMT. We think that DMT is an amazing molecule, but there are certain tweaks that, due to the wonder of science and its current state of advancement, we may be able to modify and tweak so that it becomes more clinically useful, safer to use, or easier to administer. And so, look forward to 2022 in the same way that I'm amazed by the progress that we've made over 2021. I'm already thrilled at the headway that we're making with some of our other initiatives. And I really do believe that 2022 is going to be an absolutely exciting year for any investor or anyone that's interested in the science of DMT.
Wonderful. I definitely agree with you there. And while you are correct, it is kind of like a long journey going through this stuff. I feel like anyone who's actually watching it close sees that there's leaps and bounds going on within Entheon and within the psychedelic therapeutic frontier as a whole right now. So everybody, please continue to follow us along for this journey. Follow us into 2022. We'll see everybody there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. For now, get some good holiday R&R and Tim. See you next year.
Absolutely. You too.